Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going deep into the world of Shameik.
All right.
You probably know him best as the voice behind Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse movies. But,
Right.
well, as we dug into the latest news about him, it became super clear that there's so much more to him than just those roles.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got interviews, social media posts, reactions from award shows, a whole bunch of stuff, actually. And it paints this really interesting picture of how what happens online doesn't always match up with reality, you know?
Right.
Like online buzz versus like actual achievements and stuff.
Yeah, especially for celebrities nowadays, it's this constant balancing act they have to do between how they present themselves online and their real life.
Totally. And I think one of the biggest things that kind of jumps out at us right away is that, that whole situation with the cryptic social media post that Shameik made after, Haley Steinfeld, his co-star from Spider-Verse, announced that she was engaged.
Oh, yeah.
And the internet like just went wild with theories.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's so easy for people to just jump to conclusions online without really knowing the full context or, like,
Yeah.
the facts of the situation.
It was all, oh, he must be heartbroken and this is about her.
Exactly. And it just shows how fast those kind of narratives can take off online. It's like wildfire.
Yeah. And the thing is, Shameik actually addressed this directly at Fan Expo in San Francisco.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was very clear that his post had absolutely nothing to do with Haley.
Yeah.
And he even talked about how frustrating it was to see all these assumptions being thrown around. He even mentioned how actions have consequences in the real world, something that's easily forgotten when you're just typing away online.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so easy to forget that there are real people with real emotions behind those screens,
Right.
especially for actors who are constantly in the public eye. Their personal lives just become like this open book for everyone to scrutinize, which is, I mean, gotta be tough.
And it wasn't just the engagement thing either. There was also that, that video with Laura Harrier that kind of sparked some awkward public comments that she called him out online.
Right.
He clarified what he meant, but it was all happening out there for everyone to see.
It's like social media is this double-edged sword, right?
Right.
It gives you a way to connect with people, to clarify things, but then it also just amplifies any potential for misunderstandings.
Exactly.
And with all the quick comments and tweets flying around, it's easy to lose the nuance of things.
But here's the really interesting part. While all this drama is going on online, his career is actually doing amazing.
Right.
He just won his second Black Reel Award for his voice acting across the Spider-Verse.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it reminds us that we should, try to separate the art from the artist,
Yeah.
His talent's undeniable, and this award really shows how dedicated he is to his craft.
It's a big deal.
It's huge. And seeing talented actors of color being recognized like this, it's a good step towards more inclusivity in the industry, for sure.
Absolutely. And speaking of showcasing talent, did you see that he's got a new role coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, In the Gutter. And get this, he's playing a professional bowler,
Wow.
defending his title. I mean, talk about a departure from Miles Morales.
It's a big switch up.
It is. And, for actors to really evolve and grow, taking on different roles like this is essential.
Totally. It lets them stretch their acting skills.
Yeah.
Explore new genres, connect with new audiences.
And it shows how versatile they are, for
Yeah.
sure. Now, going back to Spider-Verse for a sec, Shameik has talked about how his portrayal of Miles has gotten deeper over time. It's got a much stronger connection to the character's growth and journey.
That makes sense because when you're acting, you really invest a lot of yourself emotionally into those roles. You connect with the characters in a deeper way. It becomes less about just reciting lines
Yeah.
and more about embodying who they are.
And that emotional investment, it could make award season really intense. He was pretty open about how disappointed he was when Across the Spider-Verse didn't win the Oscar.
Oh, right.
Yeah, for Best Animated Film. And he even called himself a sore loser. But, he was still respectful of all the other nominees. So,
Well, that's good.
but it's refreshing to see that honesty.
It is.
It kind of humanizes Hollywood a little bit, reminds us that even successful people feel those emotions, the disappointment, the excitement, all of it.
Exactly. It's not all just glitz and glamour all the time.
So we've covered a lot about Shameik today, from online controversies to professional achievements, even some personal reflections.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that we shouldn't just take everything we see online at face value. There's always more to the story.
Absolutely. So as you go about your day, think about this. How does all this online stuff, the digital age we're living in, how does it shape how we see people in the public eye? And how can we navigate all of this online stuff with a little more empathy, a little more understanding? All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.